Test, test, test. Let me know how we sounding, y'all. Test, test, test. Probably shouldn't have had the volume up that loud. Mess my eardrums up. Let me fix this mic. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Got a couple that we're looking at. So we got a couple setups we're looking at, y'all. Still holding this NAS position. We broke this down yesterday during the London session live. Of course, we called the signal with the members. And my mic's still kind of bugging out. Yeah, I'm looking at how GJ is looking here. And 5 minutes popped up. So this was the position we was talking about yesterday. With GJ, we can see here that Tuesday as well as yesterday, GJ was rejecting this level, but still respecting this level as support. And we talked about this a little bit in the live yesterday, as well as with session with one of the members yesterday. We talked about the one-on-one session as well. But again, y'all don't understand how the flow of price works or how to read the charts. You hear me talk about it all the time, how important it is to understand So y'all still don't understand how to identify the trend. Make sure to check this video out. I'm dropping in the chat right now. Yeah, but this is man, it's crazy. I was just talking about this the other day too. But this is the beautiful thing about Forex, right? Because if you just trade futures or stocks or options, whatever the case may be, you can only really take positions when New York session starts. Let alone, you know what I'm saying, secure close profits. But when it comes to day trading, again, the markets are open 5 days out the week. You know, then also Sunday night, so like half a day there. And then they're only close an hour out of the day, out those 5 days out the week. So literally, like I talk about all the time, if your confirmations are met, you're not over leveraging, you know, the setup's following your rules, you like what you see, take the setup. You get what I'm saying? Now, as we can see here, right, this was 2 o'clock, and then this is when the markets reopened. And you can see literally all during Tokyo session last night, price was just flying up, right? And with that push to the upside, not only have we been catching literally the entire higher high, right, but we caught literally, look at this on a daily time frame, 3 days worth of daily candlesticks. And we also broke this resistance level where we've been talking about as well this week, as well as in the Sunday chart analysis. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Sunday chart analysis, make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal for your Telegram. Yes, it is Thursday, but again, like I always talk about, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what I see price doing Sunday going into Monday, but what I see price doing or where I see price going and heading throughout the entire week. So even though today is Thursday, still check it out to see how price is looking like, what price was looking like at the beginning of the week compared to what it's looking like so far now. You know what I'm saying? But since we broke this resistance level, we can see treat this resistance as support, give us that push to the upside, which is why we even went for buys in this area to begin with. You know what I mean? So as far as NAS, what to look for as where it's at right now, we're going to see if we can break this next point here. This price at 20,320. If we can break 20,320, hold that support, we can look for continued buys going to 20,480. So that's what we'll be looking at right there. Or it could try to retrace and retest this level here at 20,170. I don't want to see personally. That's what I'm even confident with this. But nonetheless, again, you got to be understanding all the possible outcomes, all the possible moves price can do, and be prepared for them. We've also got this EN setup. I had this trade idea last night during Tokyo session, but as we can see, we was also looking for this setup during London session yesterday, but we can see it was a retracement, just like we was talking about in the live stream yesterday, how it was most likely going to be a retracement day. Majority of the charts did exactly that, right? Like when we look at GJ, well, GJ didn't really do that. It kind of just consolidated and chilled here, right? As we can see here, this was London session, this was New York session, this was Tokyo session. Price just broke this level a couple hours ago. We look at GU, it did a retracement, right? This was London session, New York session did a quick move, and then the rest of the New York session retraced and then kind of consolidated, is pushing back up right now. Goes to a bigger time frame, we can clearly see the retracement. Right? Only chart that didn't really do a retracement was NAS. NAS actually broke that level. Everything else retracements as far as charts we was looking at and breaking down and talking about it yesterday. All right, so let's try here. Now the initial position for this NAS setup, I can actually show it all now since the trades are played out. So let me put that up right now. And if you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. We can do charts, drop in the chat. But let me pull this and make sure to like the live, y'all, as y'all hop in, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me find this trade really quick. All right, here we go. And we're still looking for some setups. We're paying attention to G right now. Like I said, Ian and GJ kind of started to take off right before London session. As we can see right here, this was 2 o'clock. Price just broke this low 1 o'clock right here. So we're either going to look for a retracement retest back at this level here, where we have our alert. So we can continue to hold 77.70. And resistance, we can look for sales go back on 77.10. Or if it doesn't retest and retrace this level, we can look for sales here at 77.10 going down to possibly 76.45. That's the game right there. Pull up this trade right here. It's been an interesting week though, because usually the last week of the month and the first week of the month don't be this smooth for the most part. As far as news today, we do have a few news ones popping off. We got at 3:30, so in about 15, 16 minutes, we got Swiss franc news for those who are trading Swiss franc pairs. Then at 4 a.m., we got another CHF news event. So keep those 2 times in mind. And then at the beginning of New York session, 8:30, we got USD news. And then at 9:20, we have USD news as well. We're going to be going live. I'll let y'all know the members which news we're going to be going live for. I'm leaning towards 8:30, but I'll have to double check the schedule after we get off this live, and I'll let y'all know after this live's over. And then tomorrow, we have, well, that's Saturday. Tomorrow, we have a Canadian USD holiday losing at 8:30. So keep those times in mind, right? So let's really break this down. I was debating if I want to make a video on YouTube for YouTube to break this down. I might, but we're going to break it down right now as well, just to talk about it, right? Because this is very important. And members, we're going to be talking about this a little bit more in detail as well during when we go live today. So make sure you be able to look out for that. So let's go ahead and pull this trade up, right? So this is an old trade, old signal, by the way, y'all. So when I pull this up, nobody, hop on y'all's charts to try to take this trade because the trade's already played out. We're super, super, super deep in profit right now. Okay, cool. So we can see this was September 23rd. So this was, what was that, Monday? We took this trade setup right here. So again, you see the entry was 19860 SL, the TPs, all that good stuff. And then you see we entered the 401 AM. So again, we broke this down during the London session live that day, and then we entered it right after the live ended. So when we go to the 23rd, we can see here that price was consolidating, hit TP3 a few times, but as you can see, price was kind of stuck here chilling at this level of traffic. But it was still respecting this level as support. So these are all the positions I took within this one signal, right? So again, when it comes to trading, you have to, and this comes in hand with what I was talking about earlier in this live stream, where you have to understand how to read the charts, right? Because the more you understand to read the charts, the more you'll be able to determine whether you want to keep on holding this position, whether you should close the position, or whether you believe or think it's going to potentially continue to push up in your favor, or it's going to go against your favor, right? So, and with trading is a lot of it is common sense as well. So we look at this first position right here. We see that price is struggling to continue to push up, let alone break the previous height and went to the left, right? So we see price ranging. You have to think, right? Price can only do one of two things: go up or go down. So when price is ranging and consolidating, struggling to go up or struggling to go down, once it breaks out of that consolidation and volume kicks in, it's going to do one of those two things: go up or go down. So let's say you took this trade with me, right? And again, price is bouncing back and forth between TP2, TP3, or back and forth between profit, whatever the case may be. At that point, you have to make a decision and be like, okay, price is clearly showing me, and again, this is the 15-minute time frame, so this isn't within 5 minutes. Every 4 candlesticks is an hour, so you can see literally for hours. But when we look here, right, we can see here, that's what I think, why is it like that? Right, we can see literally since 4 a.m. that London session all the way to 1 o'clock, even, 10 o'clock that night, price has been consolidating and ranging, right? We see a bunch of wicks on the top of the bottom, and we don't see any higher highs or lower lows getting made. So at some point, you have to think, and this is what a lot of traders do, is the thought comes to your head like, dang, maybe I should close, or dang, price is struggling to continue to go my way and go my favor. So at some point, you have to make the decision where, okay, price is obviously showing that it's struggling to continue to push in my direction or favor. Let me know if the music's too loud to y'all, because I want to make sure y'all can hear what I'm saying. If I got to turn the music down, let me know, y'all. If I sound good, let me know as well, so I can keep it pushing. But let's see what GU's doing really quick. All right, so GU's pushing. So we can't look for a buy here with GU, right? So if GU can hold 33.55 as support, you can't look for buys going back up to 33.85, because this was a buy setup we took earlier this week as well on Tuesday. The reason why I have my buy set up here, though, is because price retraced yesterday. Again, it's all about, like was talking before, common sense, and it's all about probabilities, right? Members, you hear me talk about this a lot. You want to look for high probability, high quality setups. That's what trading is all about. It's all about what's the likelihood of price doing this versus what's the likelihood of price doing that, aka what's price most likely going to do at this time or in this scenario. Is it most likely going to go up or most likely going to go down? And depending on what you determine from your analysis of the charts, will it make determine the decision whether you go for buys or sells. So right now we are still technically bullish, but because price has been shooting up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight, and they just did a retracement, I'm going to wait for the highest likelihood place to look for a buy, where if it was this low here at 33.85, is most likely going to make a new higher high and continue to uptrend, versus here it could come to from where it's at now, 33.55 to 33.80, 33.85, but it could possibly reject that level. So I'm waiting to see if it can hold this level of support. It's most likely going to continue to push up, versus we could go for a buy here, then it could reject this level, and then try to reverse and things like that. So that's why I'm waiting for price to break this level here. Also, with it being a Thursday, on top of, again, we've been killing it this week, we killed it last week, there's no reason to, again, be in a rush to take a setup or take a quote unquote riskier setup, riskier trade, versus just waiting for a better, cleaner, high probability setup, right? And then plus I'm still in this NAS position right here. I'm at 4 times my risk on this. So again, there's no reason to rush or force a setup, right? So back to what we was talking about right here. Let me make sure I'm not missing any shots. Cool. Again, you see here for hours, literally all that day, price was ranging, consolidating, hitting TP2, TP3 multiple times, right? So at some point, the thought comes to your head whether you should close the trade or keep holding. Now, a lot of times, y'all make a decision not based on what the charts are doing, but based on FOMO or past trades or things like that, right? So again, buys is the game plan, but the way I like to trade is, again, you don't want to let winners turn to losers. So if I see price struggling for hours to continue to push up, I much rather secure my profits, avoid the risk of price rejecting and me making potentially be able to make money in a winning trade turn into a losing trade, right? And then just re-enter after a retest or confirmation or where volume kicks back in. So what I did here was exactly that. I closed the position, I got wicked out. Then later that same day, that night, I re-entered once price retested this level. And then we could see that it went further than it did last time. I was able to make even more money. So instead of just bouncing or holding this position for an entire day, and then after the retest, price pushes back up and it hits the next TPs, I made some money here, nice 1-to-1, and then I made another nice position here, almost a 1-to-2, off the same trade, same signal, right? And then when we go to the event space signal, we can see that, right? So we can see here, TP2 got hit 9 a.m., TP3 got hit till 5 a.m. You see I dropped the New York price watch list after the news, and then you see 3:31. This is a couple hours before New York session ends, market closes. I said E and G when that's projected. NASA TP2 and 3 multiple times, but it's still just ranging right. Then we see the next night, going into London session, we see TP4 got hit, right? The TP5 got hit, and then this is when we took that GU setup that same day when we broke that down during the London session live that day as well, right? So what we see here when TP4 got hit, that's 2:55 p.m. a.m., right? So again, I got whipped out here, and after price retested it and confirmed that it was still holding all support, I took another position, and then that's where TP5 got hit. Then we have this level right here. Again, this is why we trade and have these levels marked off, and this is why we watch the price during the lunch session live to see if we can break and hold these levels. For example, GU, right, or even EN and things like that, right? Is because again, when you combine these levels with the knowledge of actually understanding to read the charts, you literally have a cheat sheet with you, right? That's why it's called a playbook, because we literally have the playbook behind the scenes with us. Not only do we know how to read the charts to the T, but we also have key price levels marked off. So not only do we understand the direction price is going, but we also are able to anticipate and know ahead of time where these next main projections or main support resistance levels are going to be, right? Like we see here, price time after time again treated as level as resistance, but then later on, the same levels being treated as support. You get what I'm saying? Right? So again, price hit this resistance level, rejected. Instead of holding this position and being up X amount of pips and then being back down to break even and potentially get my stop loss hit, I was able to secure profits. They look for a possible another re-entry because again, we're still bullish. This is another reason why I'm against going for reversals, and I'm an avid believer in just keeping it simple and going with the flow of price. But imagine if I was trying to, go for buy, sells, instead of keeping it simple, understanding the direction price is going, and continue to look for buys, right? I was able to catch a bunch of nice moves throughout the week on NAS, and when NAS finally broke this level, I was able to add another position and then catch this huge move here, but also catch 3 other positions here, right? Instead of this just being one position, right? So again, we see the final TP. We see TP6 got hit here. TP here, right, for NAS. Obviously, all TPs got hit with GU that day. And then that's why in the free Telegram with the recaps that we go back to the beginning of the week. Right, that's why you see exactly what I'm talking about. September 23rd, we first took that trade on Monday. TP3 got hit, right? And that's why on Tuesday, I said TP7 got hit. Then all TPs got hit on GU, obviously, right? And then that's why then yesterday, I said the final TP got hit because, again, price didn't break this level and hit the final TP until literally yesterday. So instead of having this one position from Monday and just watching my profits go up and down throughout the entire week, and then finally price breaking that lower volume kicking in and making this a gigantic swing trade, I was able to catch multiple positions. Now, granted, if I would have held this position right here, you see, let me make sure the stop loss is correct. Give me 1 second. By the way, y'all, you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop in the chat. Those just joined the stream. We're currently in a NAS position, and we're waiting for some retest retracements for some new setups for today. Make sure that first link in the description or free signal for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. 1967, 1976. Okay. Yep. So if I held this position and made a gigantic swing trade, this would have been a nice 1 to 5 or short, which wouldn't have been bad, but instead of that just being one big 1 to 5 or short, I was able to catch a nice 1 to 1, another 1-to-1, almost 1-to-2, then a 1-to-2. And then when price broke this level, it's finally showing that it's ready to make that next move. Then I caught this nice 1-to-3, almost 1-to-4, versus it's just being one big trade that was a 1-to-5. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we're just gonna wait for these things to retest. And again, GU is doing exactly what I was talking about, which is why I'm waiting for the buy setup here instead of trying to go for a buy setup here. You see what I'm saying? Because right now we're at potentially a reversal territory. Right, depending on how it reacts here, if it fails to hold this little support, then breaks it, hold this little support, we can see a reversal come into play potentially. Which is why we're waiting for price to see if it can break and hold 33.85 over 33.55. Again, it's all about catching and going for high quality setups. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. I've been posting some content all week on there as well. Just dropped the Bitcoin weekly analysis earlier this week also. Might drop, if not today, I'll have a video for y'all tomorrow. I'm just going through my list to see which one to post, because I did a trade breakdown video as well as a how to trade news video last week. Make sure to check those out, especially how to trade news video last week. That thing, news went absolutely crazy last week. It went absolutely crazy. Yeah, so I can break this over and look for another buy setup here. New 5 minute just popped up. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we get any charts, drop them in the chat. Again, we do got a couple news events popping off today. We got Swiss rank news popping off right now. Go to the actual day. There we go. And then at 4 a.m. we got another news event, and then at 8:30 and 9:20 we got USD news popping off. So make sure to keep those times in mind. Again, we're looking at another possible NAS position, watching CRX to this level, as well as we're paying attention to GJ and EA. We missed those positions, so we're just waiting for them to break and hold the next level or retest and retrace. Those who are joining the stream, make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out yourselves. We've been absolutely dominating and killing this month. We went 4-0 last week. We're 3-0 so far this week. And if you go to, I believe it was September 3rd, you'll see how we did and ended August, right? We went 13-1 last month, giving us a 93% win rate, caught 27,727 pips. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of August. As you can see, August 1st. Every day is time dated and documented. All the trades we take, we break down, if not as well, enter during the London session live. So all you have to do is just go to that date, go on the chart, see if the price really did what it did, and you can also go to that same live of that same day and confirm that we did indeed, in fact, break down, predict the direction price was going, as well as enter those trades during those live streams as well. All wins and losses are posted. Do the recap of the day at the end of every day. Do the recap of the week at the end of every week, as well as the recap of the month and quarter at the end of every month and at the end of every quarter. So next week, after Monday is over, we're going to do the recap of September, as well as the recap of how we did and ended quarter 3. Now, if you want to see how we ended quarter 2, all you have to do is go to July 2nd. You go to July 2nd, you'll see right here how we ended quarter 2. April, we went 16-4, catching 69,396 pips. May went 15-4, catching 47,957. Then June, we went 13-3, catching 1,006 pips. Ending the quarter 44-11, giving us an 80% win rate, catching a total of 118,359 pips. So absolutely been dominating, destroying not just last month of this quarter, but the entire year. And you want to see how we did the beginning of this year as well. All you have to do is just keep on clicking these highlighted sections on each month. It'll take you on a month-by-month basis how we did, right? So this is how we did May, 16-4. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of May. And as you can see, it just shows you exactly how we ended the month prior to that. You click here. It's going to show you how we did the month prior to that. It will take you up on a week-by-week or month-by-month basis, depending on which one you click. But as you can see, this is how we started off the year in quarter 1. 53-4, 93% win rate, 111,806 pips caught. So we've been doing the average high 80, high 90% win rates, not just on a weekly and monthly basis, as well as a quarterly basis, but we've been doing that literally this entire year. And we'll even see how we did last year. You click right here, it'll show you how we ended quarter 4 last year. So you can see how we, you know what I'm saying? And you can even go to see how we've been doing over for the past 2 years. We've been doing this, right? You click this pin message right here. It'll take you literally to 2022, where you can see we've been doing this literally since 2022. And then we go to photos. There's over 1,000 photos, 2 years worth of receipts, screenshots of positions, screenshots of signals, as well as student results and testimonials. So make sure to explore, hit that first link in the description, and check all this stuff out, y'all. We really do this over here. We really do this over here. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But right now, we're just chilling deep in profit on NAS as we wait for a retest of confirmation on the other charts we're looking at, right? Just to reiterate the other setups we're looking at for today, which we'll break down in a second. Just scrolling a little bit so y'all can see. But if y'all want to see and look at the stuff yourselves, make sure that first link in the description, you check all this stuff out. As well, if you follow me on Instagram, you see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen, playmaker_way, and you go to my highlights and go to the one titled testimonials. You'll be able to scroll. Have to scroll through all that. And you can just go strictly tap. It will show you literally student testimony after student testimony after student testimony for 2 years as well. So make sure to check that out. Yeah, we was looking at this EN setup. As you can see, it took off before the London session started. We went live at 3 a.m. You can see here, broke this level at 1:30. Was looking at the setup during Tokyo session as well, because as members know, we look for setups as well as take trades. Tokyo session, London session, as well as New York session. So I was looking at the setup during Tokyo session, as well as I was looking at the GJ setup during Tokyo session. But as we can see, price rejected this level not just 2 days straight. We was also looking at the setup yesterday during the London session live. As you can see, even during the New York session, rejected this level. It didn't break and start to hold this level until around 11 o'clock midnight. But as you can see, it didn't take off until, again, 2 o'clock. It did this right before we went live. Nothing we can do about that, right? We don't chase trades over here. Then we saw the same thing, same result with Ian. Again, this is what market reopened. Tokyo session again didn't break this low till 1 a.m. So nothing we can do about that. At least my projection was correct. So I'm just either going to wait for the price to retrace and retest as far as Ian's concerned. If it could continue to hold 77.70 as resistance, we could look for sell going to 77.15. So if it doesn't retest and hold this level, or confirm it could hold this level, then we're going to watch and see how it reacts to 77.10. And if it can break those 77.10 as resistance, then we'll look for continue selling going from there, right? And then GJ, same. So if it doesn't retrace or retest 193.15 as support, we're going to see if we can break this resistance along 193.85 and hold that support, where then we can for continued buys going to 194.40. And again, if you hit that first link in the description and you check out the Sunday chart analysis, I drop the Sunday chart analysis at the beginning of every single week, going over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. You will see that majority, if not all, the charts I talk about in this video are going as projected. So make sure to check this out so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because again, when you understand how to read the charts, trade super simple. It kind of seems unfair sometimes. But we're chilling deep in profit on this. We're about to hit our next price point right now. We're at a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio as far as NAS is concerned. So that means whatever I risk, I made 4 times that amount, or I'm up 4 times that amount because I didn't close this trade yet. So if I risked $100, I'm up $400 versus $1,000, I'm up $4,000 off this one trade alone. So we're about to see how it reacts on this price point. We're going to break and hold 23.20. If we can hold 23.20 as support, we can look for continued buys going up to 24.60. That's what we're looking at right now. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. Looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, and check out the playlist. All playlists are up to date. We got we got 4 playlists. We got the crypto playlist where we post weekly Bitcoin analysis. Over the past couple of weeks, you should be nice and profit on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been going as projected. Then we have the day trading tips playlist, where it's over 70 videos of back-to-back day trading tips videos. Go over my trading plan, how to read a chart, support resistance, supply and demand, how to identify the trend, how to identify reversals, all that good stuff. We have another playlist titled Trade Breakdowns, where the same thing, over 60 videos of back-to-back trade breakdowns. All those breakdowns are trades I personally took, as well as with the members. Different buy setups, different sell setups. I break down from start to finish why I took the setups, and so you can catch some of the setups just like that. And then we have the How to Trade News playlist, where I go through news every single day to go about news days, as well as I break down trades that I took during news events. And if you watch my most recent one, you'll watch, basically that's what we do during the New York Live. We go live at least twice a week during the New York session, during the New York high impact news events. Last week we went live during FOMC, and I literally predicted the projection of the charts before the news popped up. So make sure to check out that video. Bro, what pair is this? This is NAS100. This is NAS100. NASDAQ. So this is the trade projection we broke down in yesterday's live stream, as well as the signal call for the members in advanced play signal. So I'm still just holding this position. As you can see, it's been flying literally since March reopened and all last night. Right, and we're going to daily frame. You can see we literally caught this entire higher high, and we literally caught the entire move for not just the week, but for every single day. You see Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So we literally caught the entire move as well as the entire higher high for the week. So as far as what we're looking at right now, I'm deep in profit on this. It's a nice win for risk reward right now. I'm going to watch to see how it reacts to this level right here. Right, so if it can break and hold 20,330 on 20,320 as support, we're going to look for continued buys going to 20,470. New 5 minute just popped up, y'all. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're getting any charts. Drop in the chat. Do you have a group and do you teach how to trade? Yes, I do. So if you hit the first link in the description, free signal, free Telegram, you'll see all this stuff right here. So at the beginning of every week, I'll drop the Sunday chart analysis, which goes over not only what I see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what I see price doing throughout the entire week. So we just scroll to September 22nd. You'll see this week's Sunday chart analysis. You watch it, and then you just go into the charts in real time. You will see majority, if not all, the charts I broke down on Sunday are going exactly as projected. And as well as we go live just like right now every single day during London session, where I look at trades, answer questions, give my projections for what I see price doing throughout London session as well as New York session. All the trades we take, we either enter during the London session lives, or we broke down. I was looking for the setups during the London session lives. So as far as how we're doing so far this week, with 3-0 this week, we went 4 last week. And then you look at your screen, you can see how we ended. We can't see right now. Let me take your comment off. So now you can see how we did last quarter. We went 44 and 11, caught 118,359 pips. Then last month we went 13 and 1, catching 27,727 pips. So if you scroll up to, I believe it was September 3rd, yep, you will see how we ended August, 13 and 1, 93% win rate. You click right here. It'll take you to the beginning of August where you can check all this stuff out, fact check or whatever you want. And then if you go to July 2nd, you see how we ended quarter 2. Right. But I do teach as well right? So if you go into the description, I forgot which one, but it's one of the links in the description. It literally says mentorship or whatever. I do have a few things. So I have the advanced play signal room. That's where I call these signals at. So we trade Tokyo, London, and New York session. When I say we trade Tokyo, London, and New York session, that means if there are setups, confirmations are met, then we will trade. Obviously, if there's not a trade I like or a setup I like, or if my confirmations are met, I will not pull a trigger on the setup. Very strict with the rules as far as my trading goes, especially as far as signals go. But we do look for setups, Tokyo, London, and New York session. Then we go live twice a week exclusive with the members during New York news events, where I break down to give my projections for the news, answer questions, break down trades we took throughout the week, all that good stuff. And all the news events are recorded. So if you do miss them, you can simply just watch the recording. You also get access to all the past recordings as well. So as you can see here, it's over 770 videos. So you can literally watch all the past New York live recordings, as well as at the beginning of New York session, I dropped the New York price watch list where I go over the trades we took during New York session. I mean, the trades we took during Tokyo and London session, as well as possible setups going into New York. I break down what's going on with the trades we're currently in, as well as other possible setups and trades you can look for going into New York. I go over specific price points to look for entries at, exits at, what pairs I would look for buys on, what pairs I'll look for sells at, what pairs I'll stay away from, as well as I update y'all throughout the day of, when price hits TPs, as well as when price hits key price levels, all that good stuff. Then we have the pinned messages, as you can see here, the account size key. So that helps you. I'm not going to click it because, you got to be in there to see it. And then we also have the student member group chat. And all the stuff I just listed, that all comes with the advanced play signal room. Then I have one-on-one sessions. With the one-on-one sessions, you get access to the advanced play signal room. That way you can earn while you learn, as well as you get an hour-long session. Well, you get 2 sessions a week. They're hour-long. Each session is recorded, sent to you same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. You can download them. You do whatever what you want with them. And at the end of after the session, I send it to you the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. And then I also have the playbook course where I teach you not just my trading strategy, not just how to market and identify these levels, but I teach you the most important thing that people don't teach, which is how to actually read the charts, right? Not a pattern, but how to actually read the charts to the T. Because when you actually understand to read the charts, this is how all charts move, right? This works on obviously NAS, so futures indices. This works on actual stocks, it works on crypto, options, and obviously works on forex pairs as well. So I teach how to read the charts, literally understand what trend we're in, understand the signs of reversal, signs of trend continuing, how I can pick off my key price levels, and I go over how to enter trades, how to scale trades, how to compound and grow your account, as well as you get access to the New York price watch list, as well as the weekly New York news lives as well. So you'll get put into a separate channel where every day at the beginning of New York session, I send you New York price watch list. So not only do you get education and learn how to actually read the charts and trade the way I do, but then you also get every day, 5 days out the week at the beginning of New York session, basically a guide of what charts to look at and basically what prices to look for entries and exits at, and it makes life a lot easier for you. So that's all the stuff that comes with. And the sale, I have a sale going on that ends soon. I think it ends in like a week, 2 weeks. But if you use discount code I am ready at checkout before purchasing, you will get 12% off, and that's on everything. So yeah, make sure that the links in the description for all that good stuff. But yeah, I do this every single day, and I teach. And again, these live streams are to show y'all behind the scenes, the method to the madness, but also to answer questions and show y'all like it's very easy. Trading is very, very, very easy. It just the learning curve is the tough part, and just being consistent or disciplined is the hard part. But it's very, very, very simple. But yeah. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, hit those links in the description. And if you watch any of my YouTube videos, the last like 2 to 3 minutes, all my YouTube videos, I go over all the details of all my programs or services and all that good stuff. Bro, you good? How long you been trading? A couple things, but I feel like I need a one-on-one mentorship to top it off. So I discovered day trading like towards the end of 2019, 2020. But as far as how long I've been like profitably trading, successfully trading, I'd say 2 years, going on 3. I've been, consistently profitable and things like that. Yeah, but yeah, if you one-on-one sessions, like I said, is a good return on your investment because not only do you get access to now, if you're brand new, it's a little bit different, right? Because if you're brand new to trading, I don't recommend taking trades stuff like that. Now, if you want to take it on like a demo or broker, a demo account through a broker, that's different, right? But you get access to the signals as well as you get those weekly hour-long sessions. And again, like you're behind the scenes, we're on Zoom. I got my computer screen shared. We're on the charts and we break things down literally to the science. You know what I'm saying? And I base them around what you're trying to accomplish as well as like where you're starting from. Everybody's starting from different places and things like that. But like I said, I have a bunch of receipts all over the place. I just don't show them a lot because when people find me or if I'm in the middle of a live stream, you know sometimes people will think like, oh, you're just here promoting your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I have a bunch of receipts all over the place. Like you go to my Instagram, you go to the highlights, and you go to the highlight title testimonial. You just tap tap tap. You go with 2 years worth of receipts, but also you go to the free signal for Telegram. And you go to photos. There's over 2 years worth of receipts you can check out as well, from screenshots of signals, screenshots of positions, as well as student results testimonials. Now, as far as one-on-one sessions, since we're talking about that, I could show you a few screenshots from students that took one-on-one sessions with me. Here's a student that was doing one-on-one sessions with me. Send me a screenshot of his positions, his P&L, all that good stuff. We try to find another one. Now, this is a student. He didn't do one-on-one sessions with me, but he's just been killing it, passing multiple profit challenges, making like 1,000+ daily. All right, this is the same student that did this. Watched my Sunday chart analysis, took a trade Sunday night, made a quick band. But let me try to find another one from a one-on-one session. I'm going to find one. I'm trying to stay in a few programs so you can check out. Okay, here's another one-on-one session with me. Right, made almost 2,000 in one day, and literally just within a few hours. You see, this says 5:31 a.m. So we go live and start trading the London session. So literally in like 3 hours, almost $2,000. Another student right here. I can find your page. I got motivated to my trading plan, make 5 bands. But yeah, you just scroll, you're gonna just see a bunch of receipts on a bunch of receipts. I was trying to find another one from the one-on-one session. I don't think I I'm going to the group chat really quick. But again, you see we're all the way in 2023, a whole year ago. You see nothing's changed but the date. We've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. And it's all documented on YouTube and Telegram. And again, those that I was scared to begin the live stream, G is doing exactly what we was talking about, which is, again, just to reiterate, why we're looking for a buy side here versus here. And then EN, we're about to look for a setup here. It's basically trying to repeat the move on Tuesday right now. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at first, drop them in the chat. And again, we have a couple news that's popping off today. We have at 8:30 and 9:20 USD news. Now that's kind of bothering me. Like, but one time I actually want to find one session receipts. I can't find that, but I know if I go into the group chat, I can find it. So I'm gonna go to the group chat really quick. One thing I forgot to mention about the group chat, I'm gonna show you on the sec. I just gotta hide people's names. I'm not trying to, I'm saying dox people. So give me 1 second. Right, in the student member group chat, we have a video how to calculate the proper lot size. This video teaches you exactly how to make sure you're risking exactly what you want to risk, and make sure that you're risking the same amount every single trade. Because give me 1 second. Hopefully I muted in time. I had a sneeze, but anyways, it goes over how to calculate your lot size, because again, believe it or not, it is possible to make sure you're risking the same amount every single trade before you enter the trade. Because a lot of times you see videos where people be like, oh, once I hit this amount negative, then I close. Like, no, you should be able to calculate that way you can hold throughout the trade for your SL or TP without over leveraging or the risk of blowing your account. So members, if you have not joined the student member group chat, make sure to explore the pinned messages and join the student member group chat. But here's another receipt from one-on-one session, and this was earlier this year, February, as you can see. You can see he passed. This is a future profit from account too. No, that's my funded FX. Never mind. That was another student that passed a future profit from account. He was like, going into upcoming week, I wanted to take a moment to express some gratitude and give a little motivation going into the upcoming week. I was in search of a key trading strategy for 2024. Somehow stumbled away on YouTube. Never met him, never spoke to him, nothing. But something inside me said to reach out to him, reached out, and immediately signed up for one-on-one sessions. Low back history by myself is prior to reaching out, my trading win rate was 25%. In other words, I was losing, but got on board, asked a ton of questions, and showed up on time for every session with notepads, pen ready to learn. This game of trading we choose is no overnight get rich quick scheme. You have to show up with patience and strategy. I learned quick from our sessions. Let's get it this week. After 4 weeks of twice a week one-on-ones, proofs in the pudding, getting payouts plus passing multiple accounts. So literally after a month, again, he had some experience, but he had a 25% win rate before finding. But literally after a month, my boy here started passing profit from accounts, and he's doing his own thing right now. Like, he doesn't even do one-on-one sessions with me no more. He's literally just doing his own thing right now. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. I appreciate everybody that's hopped in. All right. If y'all missed the beginning of the live stream, we did break down a lot of stuff. We broke down these NAS positions, the NAS signal, the NAS trade at the beginning of this live stream. So I do recommend rewind to the beginning so y'all can watch that and understand what we was talking about. We also broke down a few other things, a few other charts as well. So make sure to watch that. Make sure to check out the playlist. All playlists are up to date. All right. What else we got up in here? Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. I'll be posting videos on there as well throughout the week, as well as I post things, updates of what's going on with trades I'm in, as well as what we got going on in Advanced Play Similar with my Instagram story. You see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. I respond to all messages. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my senior services, or my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. Again, sale is ending soon. All right. We're about to approach Q4 of the year. It's time to lock in if you're not locked in already. If you use discount code I am ready, not I'm ready, but I am ready at checkout before purchasing, you can get 12% off all my products and services. So that's including Advanced Play Signal Room, one-on-one session, as well as the course. And members, be on the lookout. I'm gonna message y'all in the Telegram in about an hour or so after I check my schedule, let you know which news event we're going to be going live for. So be on the lookout for that. And we're going to be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST.